presentation of Fox Sports.
We are Norfolk. We are Minnesota.
The Twins haven't been swept at home by Kansas City since 1999. They need a win tonight to avoid that. The Royals have taken the first two games in this three-game series. Welcome back to Target Field with Tom Kelly. I'm Anthony LaPanta. It's been a disappointing season for the Twins, but it's been a positive season for Justin Morneau, their first baseman. Limited to 81 games 2 years ago and 69 last year due to injury. He's returned, been in the lineup just about every day for the Twins, and TK, he's been at his best in the second half.
Well, I was telling you a story this afternoon in the dugout. I was sitting there talking to Stelly, and a couple of coaches and players are going by, and this fella come by. He had a step. He was moving. He was bouncing. He was getting his gear ready. He was getting ready for BP. He was enthused about playing. It was wonderful to see.
Does he look like a player who's close to back where he was before the injury?
I think you're absolutely right, and I think he's there just from watching him, and just his whole appearance. He give it to you. He's going to give it to you. There's no question about it. I'm looking forward to watching him swing the bat the rest of the season.
Morneau's very quietly had his numbers start to pile up. He's on pace for 22 home runs and 86 runs batted in. The season average now stands at 278. He and the Twins against the Royals tonight. Dick Kramer, Bert Blyleven are next. Can Liam Hendricks pick up big league win number 1 tonight?
Twins baseball on Fox Sports North is brought to you by your local Northland Ford dealers. Visit your local Northland Ford dealer or go to northlandford.com. And by Menards. Save big money on all your home improvement needs at Menards.
Beautiful day in the Twin Cities area. The Twins hope to finish off the Kansas City Royals series with a win number 60 on the 2012 season. And welcome to Target Field. Dick and Bert with you for the final game this year between Kansas City and Minnesota. The Twins have kind of had their way with the Royals prior to this series, and they're really hoping that Liam Hendriks can finally get that first Major League win.
Yeah, what the Twins really need here tonight is Hendriks to get that first Major League win. This will be his 13th start of the year. The last couple times out, he's had a lead, ended up getting no decisions. Twins ended up winning the ball games, but for Liam Hendriks, he would like to finally get that first win. And how do you do that? Like Tom Kelly said in the pregame, be aggressive, attack the strike zone.
You know, the Kansas City Royals have kind of teased their fans this year with some periods of really good baseball, and I think in this series they've caused some concern among Twins fans because they've got some pieces in place to have a pretty good lineup.
Boy, they have some young, talented kids in their lineup, and if they can get some starting pitching, they're going to be tough. In the first two ball games, they showed off some of that young talent, hitting .361, and especially with runners in scoring position, hitting .387. 9 extra base hits, so too many runs scored against the Twins by the Royals.
Twins on a fairly regular basis have swept the Royals in Kansas City. The last thing they want is to be swept by Kansas City in their home ballpark, and it'll be Liam Hendriks' job to make sure that does not happen here tonight. At Target Field, beautiful early fall evening for baseball in the final game of the Kansas City Twins season series. Twins have had their way with the Royals again this year. It's a 10-7 advantage through the first 17 games of the season series. And Ned Yost and the Royals have had spurts, as we said, a very good baseball. They've already had 3 winning months, and they have hopes of having a winning month yet in September. Here's the Menards batting order. David Lowe leading off. Alcides Escobar batting second. Alex Gordon, Billy Butler, Salvador Perez, Mike Moustakas, Lorenzo Cain, Eric Hosmer, and Johnny Giavotella.
Yeah, the Royals have not swept the Twins here in Minnesota since August of 1998. So it's up to Liam Hendriks here to hopefully get a win. That's the most important thing for him. 3 starts ago, an outstanding start when King Felix Hernandez and Liam Hendriks hooked up, and Hendriks lost that ball game 1-0 on a complete game. But the last couple starts, he's had a lead, 8-2, 4-0, unable to go at least 5 and get the win. So hopefully here tonight he will.
He'll have some speed in the outfield with Mastroianni, Span, and Revere in the Northland Ford defense. Plouffe, Florimone, Escobar, and Morneau the infielders, and Butera behind the plate. Twins kind of in a little bit of a box behind the plate because Joe Mauer's got the back spasms and still is unable to play. Ryan Domit's got a little bit of a rib cage muscle pull. So it's Drew Butera behind the plate, and then Eduardo Escobar backing him up.
Well, Drew Butera caught in last night's ball game. Hopefully he will be fine throughout the ball game, get some hits, and most importantly, call a good game for Liam Hendricks. I liked what Tom Kelly said in the pregame about Liam Hendricks. What does he need to do? Do what he did against the Seattle Mariners. Attack the strike zone. Quit nibbling. Just go right after him. Let your defense help you out.
So Hendricks will face Lowe, Escobar, and Gordon here in the Kansas City first. 16 major league starts without a win. And he hopes to end that drought here tonight.
Pulled his pants up high, showing a lot of sock. Maybe that's the change. Who knows? You try everything you can.
He's kind of gone with the Scott Erickson all black look. Remember Scott Erickson in 1991 went with black shoes. He'd take shoe polish and cover up stripes, logos, whatever were on his spikes. One strike to Lowe. Chop to the left side. Florimone has it. Sets himself by the bag and fires a rocket to Morneau.
And a good start right there. Attack the strike zone. Let your defense help you out, and he gets the ground ball out.
Sanford Health Injury Report dealing with Ryan Domit, who's going to be day-to-day for at least one more day. Cole DeVries' season is done. An X-ray didn't show anything. An MRI showed a cracked rib. Remember in his last start, he literally caught a line drive with his rib cage.
Yeah, Struble Cabrera hitting that ball right back up the middle, and it's a broken rib.
Escobar loops a single into left with one out here in the first. Sounds like it's a similar type of deal. Remember a couple of years ago, Jacoby Ellsbury and Adrian Beltre were in a collision in the outfield the first week of the season. And Ellsbury kept complaining about pain in his rib cage. He tried to play it, never got any better. They x-rayed it, no break. And finally, like 2 months into the season, they did an MRI and they found he had 3 broken ribs. Same type of deal, I think. Here's Alex Gordon. Escobar needs to be paid attention to at first base. Escobar a threat to steal. He's got 28 of them on the year and 33 tries. He's the first Royal to have back-to-back seasons of 20 or more stolen bases since UL Washington in 82 and 83.
Well, for Liam Hendricks, he's starting his third game against the Kansas City Royals. One coming last year when he made 4 starts, and then earlier, just a couple starts ago, in Kansas City in Game 2 of that Saturday doubleheader. He ended up getting a no decision in that ball game.
Escobar nearly slid off the base, and he'll take a little time to collect himself.
Royals like to run. 116 stolen bases. They've been caught 33 times.
And that's outside. 2-0. Gordon hoping to finish with a batting average of 300 or higher. Royals head home after tonight's game. Half swing, 3-0.
Now Hendricks coming into the ball game, 19 walks in 61 innings pitched, making his 13th start. 38 strikeouts.
That big lead against the Royals in Kansas City on September 1st. Didn't walk anybody, but he gave up 10 hits in 3 2/3 innings. And he walked Gordon. First and second now, one away.
And that's what Tom Kelly was talking about too. Quit trying to nibble. You know, trust your stuff. Throw it down the plate and see, you know, if they can hit it. That's the way you're going to be. It's walks that hurt the Twins last night.
Billy Butler hitting cleanup. 3 for 6 in his brief exposure to Liam Hendriks. Inside, ball 1. So 5 in a row outside the strike zone, and Buteras try to get Hendriks' GPS adjusted.
Hendriks, just 23 years old, from Australia, signed by the Twins in 2007. A September call-up last year. 3 different stints this season with the Twins.
1-0 to Billy Butler. There's a strike, 1-1. Butler leading the Royals in ground ball double plays with 17.
And Liam's been able to get 6 double plays turned behind him.
Fouled away. 1-2.
Take a look at GMC keys to the game. Runners in scoring position so far in this series. Kansas City, I think they won that so far. 12 for 31, where the Twins just 3 for 17.
One and 2 to Butler. Check swing, and it's 2-2. 11 pitches, 5 strikes for Hendriks. Two and 2 to the Royals cleanup batter.
I know for the fans, sometimes these games are frustrating to watch when a pitcher, you know, constantly falls behind in the count and, you know, gives up a lot of hits. And Liam Hendriks has been his worst enemy.
Busted bat and a bouncer to third. Plouffe slings it over to Morneau. 2 runners move up with 2 away.
For Hendriks, this is his 17th major league start. He has only 4 quality starts. And what's a quality start? Where a pitcher pitches 6 innings or more and gives up 3 earned runs or less. Not a bad pitch right here, getting into the kitchen of Butler. Bat shattering in Butler's hands. He gets the ground out.
And now Salvador Perez, who has had a very impressive series, continuing his hitting streak now to 16 games. He comes up in a big spot with 2 men in scoring position and 2 out in the first inning. On the outside corner, strike 1. Off the plate, 1-1.
Perez, just 22 years old, started the season on the DL, disabled list with left knee surgery, activated in late June.
To center, a base hit, and the Royals are going to score 2 in the first inning. So Perez continues his hitting streak, and he continues to pick up clutch hits, driving in a pair in his first at bat.
Yeah, now a career high 17 game hitting streak. Perez just reaching out. Mentioned before, he got great arms as far as going out and reaching and getting that ball. That ball is off the plate a little bit, and he just pokes it into center field. With 2 outs, Gordon off with a crack on the bat. He scores from second base, and it's a 2-0 Royals lead.
And now Mike Moustakas, who's 4 for 4 against Hendricks. Ball one outside. Outside and low, 2-0. A couple of soft singles to center, a walk. What turned out to be a pretty productive ground out by Billy Butler, advancing both runners up a base. And now 2-0. 3-0 with Kane on deck. It's so far been more of the same for Liam Hendricks. Kane hoping for a chance. Hendricks hoping to retire Moustakas for the first time. On the outside corner.
Even in his last start against the Indians, he had that 4-0 lead, and then the Indians scored a couple in the fourth, a couple in the fifth, 3 walks in 5 innings.
And Hendricks steps off again.
I think a little bug went by him. Going to shoot it away.
And Moustakas is 5 for 5 against Hendricks. And the inning continues. 3 singles and a walk here, and Rick Anderson's going to come to the mound here in the first inning.
You know, you look at this Kansas City Royal Ball Club, the age of some of these very good players. You know, Frank Coeur, the oldest, and he's usually out in right field. Hosmer, 22. Kane, 26. Escobar. You know, you have Moustakas. Perez, only 22. Butler, the DH, only 26. That's why the Royals, I think, look at this young ball club under Ned Yost saying, you know what, we get some good starting pitching. They have a great bullpen. They just need starters.
And after having the Twins steal their lunch for most of the last decade, they'd love to come into Minnesota and sweep the Twins here in September. Here's Lorenzo Cain. Down and in, ball one. 21 pitches, just 9 strikes in a very long first inning for Hendricks.
Well, 3 of 7 getting strike one. Falling behind, had to come in with a fastball to Moustakas. He got the base hit.
1-1. Bounce foul. You mentioned up and down, up and down, up and down for Hendricks so far this year. You tend to forget he made the team out of spring training. Now, there were some mitigating factors. Scott Baker had his elbow issue. Turns out it was a Tommy John repair job that he needed. But Hendricks made the team out of spring training. The food poisoning in Baltimore and couldn't start right away. I'm sure when he made the team out of spring training, he thought, well, get a chance to start right away, hopefully get my first major league win. Now we're here in the middle of September, and he's still looking for number 1.
Well, he went down to AAA and pitched extremely well down there in 16 starts, 9 wins, only 3 losses. Had an ERA of 2.2. But has found the major leagues a little tougher.
Foul tip. And Butera can't hang on. An awful swing by Cain. That was the 25th pitch of this first inning for Liam Hendricks.
And only 13 strikes. You know, what does that create your defense? Just hanging around behind you.
First pitch, I think they said, was at 7:11. That means the Twins have been in the field now for 15 minutes. Two and two to Kane. To the right field corner, but foul. Couple of runners out there. Hendricks trying to get his team off the field. And Butera goes to the mound. We've had a trip from the pitching coach, 2 trips by the catcher. And I think we said during the Cleveland start Hendricks made on September 7th, there was no tempo, no rhythm, no pace. And we certainly don't have that here in this first inning tonight. Another one fouled away. Well, effectiveness or lack of it aside, he's run up his pitch count so high, he might not make 5 innings even if he does get things turned around.
Well, you know that game and he faced Hernandez. Now Hernandez pretty quick pitcher. That game was 2 hours and 10 minutes because both starters went out there and they attacked the strike zone. Hernandez ended up winning 1-0.
Well, this is going to be his 29th pitch of the first inning. Kane having a long battle with Hendricks. Three and two. They'll check. No swing, says first base umpire Larry Vano.
Tried to run that ball in, but Kane held up.
Full count. Pulled to third. Plouffe recovers, sets, and fires. It's only 2-0, but it feels like it's 5-0. Tara's the only real catcher on the roster available to play. The Menards batting order for the Twins. Menards span Ben Revere, Josh Willingham, Justin Morneau, Trevor Plouffe, Darren Mastroianni, Eduardo Escobar, Drew Butera, and Pedro Florimon.
And on the mound for the Kansas City Royals, Luis Mendoza. He's making his 4th start and his 5th appearance against the Twins this year. He is 2-1 with a very good 2.96 against the Twins over the 3 starts.
Span had a nice return to the lineup last night with 3 hits. Trying to get something going here against Mendoza. Pitches up, ball 1. Span, Revere, and Willingham against Mendoza, who both as a starter and a reliever has been impressive against the Twins this year. There's a liner hit right to the second baseman. Dropped by Giavotella, and he throws to first for the out. Northland Ford defense for the Royals. Alex Gordon, a Gold Glove winner in left. Lorenzo Cain, they think someday may win one in center. David Lowe in right. Moustakas, Escobar, Giavotella, Hosmer, and Perez surrounding Mendoza on the mound.
Yeah, Mendoza kind of a spot starter at the beginning of the year. Then when Polino ended up going down, Mendoza took over in that starting rotation, and he's done a very good job. You'll get a lot of ground ball outs when he is on. Sinker ball pitcher.
Ground ball to short. And 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the inning. 3 pitches, 2 outs, and that'll bring up Josh Willingham.
Mendoza, 28 years old, from Mexico, originally signed by the Boston Red Sox. Came to the big leagues with the Rangers in 2007. This is his 3rd season in Kansas City.
Willingham, the designated hitter. Told me today his leg is well enough to play in the outfield, but there's so many other missing parts in the Twins roster right now. Somebody has to DH, so it's going to be Willingham tonight. Deep to left center field. Josh Willingham with his 34th. And the Twins are on the board.
Every home run a career high for Josh Willingham. Okay, he got a fastball middle in and did not miss it. Mendoza giving up his 15th home run. This is his 22nd start. Take a look at the pitch. Middle in. The uppercut swing of Willingham. And it's a 2-1 ball game.
Now Morneau takes strike 1.
That home run of Willingham measured at 414 feet.
On the outside corner, 0-2. Again, for hitters not named Harmon Killebrew, Bob Allison has the highest home run total with 35. In the dirt, 1-2. Willingham, it's his first home run in the month of September. Chop foul.
And Justin Morneau, 4 for 7 lifetime against Mendoza.
Off the plate. And Morneau drives a single to center field. Big turn at first, and the Twins with a couple of 2-out hits will get Plouffe to the plate.
Oh, breaking ball right here, left up, and Justin smoking it into center.
Tom Kelly in our pregame show noting that Justin Morneau just looks like he's having fun playing baseball again. Here's Trevor Plouffe, hoping the fun will start for him again soon. Hasn't homered since July 29th. And a liner to the shortstop. He hits it hard, but it ends the inning. Josh Willingham with a home run, getting the Twins on the board, and it's 2-1.
Target Field. I'm Robbie Mikowski. Tonight is Tie It Teal night at the ballpark, and fans, when they made their way in, received a pair of teal shoelaces, and that is because the month of September is Ovarian Cancer Awareness Month, started by a group called MOCA, Minnesota Ovarian Cancer Alliance. And before the ball game, over 90 ovarian cancer survivors and supporters took part in the pregame parade in a very short ceremony here on the field. So you see them waving their teal ribbons, Dick and Bert. And the cool thing, over 75 Minnesota high school and middle schools are going to wear teal shoelaces during their games in the month of September. So fans, if you want to donate or get more education on it, visit tieitteal.org. That's tieitteal.org, and a pretty good thing and a pretty good cause going on tonight at the ballpark.
Well, thank you, Robbie.
Yes, thank you.
Ovarian cancer near and dear to my heart. My sister Mary had it, survived it, and that was about 20-some years ago. So we encourage people to raise awareness of the disease and do what they can to help research for it.
I like that one shirt that lady had. It said, "Cancer sucks."
Hosmer fouls it at the plate. Still 1-2. Hosmer, Giavotella, and Lowe to face Hendricks here in the second inning. And another foul ball. We've noticed that throughout Hendricks' outings, he picks up some strikeouts, but he just seems to have a terrible time putting hitters away with 2 strikes.
Yeah, some guys can do it, some can't. That's why you have to get ahead and make them hit a good pitch. And don't throw a guy 5-6 pitches in that at-bat.
We saw it in the Kane at bat. Now, Kane ended up grounding out to end the inning, but what, 8-9 pitches to extend what was already a long inning. And another foul.
I think we saw that from Hoshaver last night too. Even though he's considered a strikeout pitcher, if you throw 5, 6, 7 pitches to a batter, there is a pitch or two that they're probably going to hit hard somewhere.
Half swing, and Hosmer got himself out, 1 away.
And Hendricks picks up his first strikeout, his 39th in 62 innings pitched.
Still about 2 years away, but the All-Star Game is coming to Target Field. And if you want to make sure you've got tickets, you need to be a season ticket holder and renew for the 2013 and 2014 season, or purchase season tickets now for the next 2 years, and you'll establish priority for All-Star Game tickets. The best bet right now is to call 800-33-TWINS. Talk to a season ticket representative about how you can be part of the Twins season ticket family and the Midsummer Classic in 2014. 1-0 to Giavotella, and he fouls it off a leg. It's raining in Chicago. The Tigers and White Sox hoping to play the final game of that 4-game series. The Tigers hoping to win to pull into a first-place tie with Chicago.
Yeah, pretty good pitching matchup. Justin Verlander against Chris Sale.
Bouncer to third. Easy play for Plouffe. 2 down. Yeah, it's kind of a rematch. The Sale-Verlander matchup is a rematch from a series of 2 weeks ago, I guess, in Detroit, where Tigers won the game, swept the White Sox.
And remember, the White Sox, after that ball game, they fly here for a 3-game series over the weekend.
And tomorrow, Twins are going to be facing Francisco Liriano. He's going to make the start for the White Sox. Hector Santiago was scheduled to start. Santiago pitched out of the bullpen last night. So now Liriano will be given the ball to pitch against his former team. 1 strike to Lowe, and now 2 strikes. Lowe with a bouncer to short, his first time up.
I don't know if Rick Anderson talked to Liam Hendriks between innings, but this inning it seems like he's throwing that fastball a little more aggressively.
.30 pitches in the first inning, 15 so far here in the second. Esmerling Vasquez will go for the Twins, and then Samuel Taduno and Scott Diamond will go against Jose Quintana and Jake Peavy. Cole DeVries was supposed to start for the Twins tomorrow, but when he continued to complain of sore ribs, they've moved his start back to Sunday, and then today the broken rib was discovered, and so he's done for the year. Span comes in to make the catch. A much better second inning for Liam Hendriks. For Josh Willingham, 60% of the vote already, and the Arby's value player of the game. Text the word value followed by a space in the player's name to short code 234-234. Here's Darren Mastroianni, and he takes ball 1. Mastroianni getting the start in the outfield. The Twins have perhaps the fastest outfield in the American League tonight. High and tight, 2-0. Mastroianni, Span, and Revere across the outfield for the Twins. Chopper to short. Easy play for Escobar. And one away. That'll bring up Eduardo Escobar.
Hey, we'd like to say happy 100th birthday to Mary Johnson of Plainville, Minnesota. Celebrating her birthday today. Happy 100th, young lady.
Absolutely. Escobar, the batter, and the second baseman for the Twins tonight. Inside of ball. Did you say Plain View?
Plain View, yes.
Down around the Rochester area, I believe. One and one to Escobar. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
A good breaking ball right there by Mendoza underneath that swing of a left-handed hitter. Mendoza coming into the ball game, 83 strikeouts in 140 innings pitched.
And Escobar checks his swing. 2-2. Twins have seen samples of what Florimon can do at the plate. They're waiting for Escobar to put on a little bit of a show here as well. 3-2. Butera will follow.
Escobar, 23 years old, of course, came from the Chicago White Sox in the Francisco Liriano trade.
Another tapper to short. One Escobar throws out the other. 2 down. Drew Butera will hit. This week on Fox NFL Sunday, the Vikings head to Indianapolis, take on Andrew Luck and the Colts. Coverage begins this week with the Built Ford Tough Fox NFL Sunday pregame show at 11 a.m. Central. What's keeping Alcides Escobar busy? He's had 3 assists and a putout so far.
Yeah, 4 ground ball outs so far for Mendoza.
Drew Butera lifts one foul over the Twins dugout. Inside, 1-1. Two and one.
Escobar making his 38th major league start, his 65th major league appearance.
Butera deep down the left field line, but a foul ball. Willingham's home run, we mentioned it was his first of September. The only other home run for a right-handed batter. Look at a nice catch down the line by a fan.
Here it comes.
Super slow motion. And
the other one was what? Jamie Carroll.
Ball still not caught. That's right. That was going to be the punchline to the story. But this great catch eventually settling into the fans' hands. 3-2. And a called third strike. Butera gone on strikes. Yeah, Jamie Carroll had the only other right-handed home run for the Twins before the Willingham homer in the first. Camden Yards again today, 14th inning. Manny Machado just called up a couple weeks ago. Drops a little fly ball in front of Matt Joyce. The Orioles with their 81st win, ending a streak of 14 straight losing seasons with the win today.
And that's something.
And they're in first place alone in the American League East. And then in the 7th inning, the Angels avoided a 4-game sweep at home to the Oakland A's. Torrey Hunter opening up the scoring. And the Angels went on to score all 6 runs in the 7th inning.
Yeah, Jarrett Weaver back on the mound for the Angels. 7 shutout innings.
You know you got something going when, as is the case with the Orioles, they have now won 13 straight extra inning games. They haven't lost an extra inning game since the 2nd week of the season.
Yeah, there's some magic going on in Baltimore.
2 strikes to Escobar. Bouncer right side. Easy play for Escobar. 1 away. We get too many Escobars in this game. 1 down. That'll bring up Alex Gordon. Quite a job by Buck Showalter and the Orioles. And there is a very real possibility that the New York Yankees will not get into the playoffs this year. If the Orioles can keep going, and at this point, who's going to doubt them? They can win the American League East. There's also a chance that the Rays might eke out the Yankees in a wild card spot.
Or if Yankees keep faltering, the Angels could also get in there. They're playing pretty good baseball.
Yep. 2-0 to Gordon. And a strike. And as fascinating as it all is to watch in the American League, my goodness, the National League, forget the division races. You've got a margin of 8.5 in the East, 11.5 in the Central, 7 in the West. But the wild card race in the National League is going to be unbelievable in the final week.
Yeah, if you play 500 baseball, look at that. You have a chance to get into postseason.
The Brewers and Phillies putting on a mad rush. And the Diamondbacks below 500 are only 4 games back in the wild card race. Phillies leading Houston 3-0 early. Swing and a miss. Gordon's gone. Out number 2.
And Hendricks picks up his 2nd strikeout.
And the Yankees have yet to play here at Target Field this year. That series is coming up. The series is September 24th through the 26th. Good seats still remain, and to order your Yankee tickets or for any other game left on the home schedule, call 800-33-TWINS or visit twinsbaseball.com. Inside, ball 1 to Billy Butler. Butler shattered his bat, but in the process he advanced runners from first to second and third. They each scored on Perez's 2-out single in the next at bat. Fouled away. 2-1.
Well, sure to me looks like Hendricks has picked up his pace a little bit between pitches. A little more aggressive in the strike zone.
This will be his 60th pitch of the night. Florimon has it go off his glove into short center, and Butler's aboard with a 2-out single.
Boy, he hit that ball sharply right there. Florimon diving to his left. The ball was scorched toward him. Not a lot of time to react, and he did get glove on it. He just slowed it down, and Butler picks up his first hit. An infield single.
And Hendricks misses the outside corner. We'll see if Hendricks can keep the pace going with pitching from the stretch now. Shaving the corner. 1-1. Fly ball right center field. Span runs over to the gap to end the inning. A scoreless third, a 2-1 Kansas City lead. Twins baseball on Fox Sports North is brought to you by Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, for the everyday competitor in all of us. By CenturyLink, a different kind of communications company. CenturyLink, your link to what's next. And by Grand Casino, the best stories start here. Two things have to happen for Liam Hendriks to get his first major league win tonight. First thing is he's got to pitch at least 5 innings with the lead. The pitch count is such that 5 innings might be a stretch, so the Twins would do well to get him a lead.
Yeah, 63 pitches in 3 innings for Hendriks, but after 30 in the first, last 2 have been a lot better.
Strike on the inside corner, 1-1 to Pedro Florimon, hitting 9th. He'll be followed by Span and Revere. Twins have a lot of leg speed at the plate. See if any of it can get on base. Missing inside, 2-1. For Mendoza, only 6 wins in parts of 5 years in the big leagues, and pressed into duty because of the injury earlier we talked about to Polino. Here's a chopper back to the mound, and Mendoza makes the play, getting a chance to start every 5th, 6th day, and he's picked up 7 wins for the Royals.
Yeah, he's always kind of a spot starter also for the Texas Rangers, and kind of way he came up to the big leagues. But there was an opening in the rotation. Royals went with Mendoza. He's done an okay job.
Span hit a line drive right at Giavatello, the second baseman, who dropped it. Then he picked the ball up and threw him out at first. Inside, ball 1. Lifted to left, and Gordon over a few steps for out number 2. And that'll bring up Ben Revere. Twins started this homestand with a loss against the Indians, and then they won 3 straight. Now they've lost a couple in a row and been outplayed in each of the first 2 games against Kansas City.
Yeah, losing here the other a couple of days ago, 9-1, and then 10-5 last night.
Twins 29-30 within the division. The exact same record within the division as the division leader, the Chicago White Sox. 2 strikes to Revere. One and two. Within the division, by far the best record put together by the Tigers at 32-23. Outside 2-2. That's a foul ball. Call made by Dan Bellino. Good play by Moustakas. Bellino looking right down that line, saw the ball bounce wide of the bag.
Yeah, very nice play by Moustakas. You don't know if that umpire behind you is going to say fair or foul, so you continue the play. The ball just lands foul.
Two and two to Revere. I'd love to see Revere hit a line drive right over Giovatella's head, the second baseman. Because if it ran into the gap, Revere might be able to run a lap.
Might have his first home run.
Not tall enough. Giovatella picks it off. It's a 1-2-3 third inning. Win started his major league career with the most consecutive wins. Now maybe you can answer this for me, because my first guess, and this is just from a childhood memory, didn't Louis Tiant in his 1 year with the Twins, wasn't he like 5-0 or something like that before his shoulder?
That would have been 1970.
Right. Tap foul, 1-1. As I recall, I can look it up easily enough, but he had a pretty high earned run average, but at 70 team, of course, could score a lot of runs. Here's a drive to left, Mastroianni with the catch, one away.
A lot of times it's not how you pitch, it's when you pitch.
Yeah.
That helps. Well, Liam Hendriks settling down here nicely. A couple runs given up in that first inning. Only one hit since, and that was the infield hit by Billy Butler.
Lorenzo Cain will hit. And then throughout that first inning, it was more balls than strikes. And now 66 pitches, 42 strikes. Ball one to Cain. Kane had the long at bat before bouncing out to Trevor Plouffe to end that first inning that took 30 pitches. 1-1. A little bit low. Drilled to right center field, and Kane has the hit I was imagining Revere getting. Kane will go to second and hold up there.
Oh, he fell behind an account, came in with a fastball, and Kane hit it sharply into right center. For Kane, his 9th double of the year. And it's a 1-out double, just taking that pitch the other way.
Eric Hosmer will hit with a runner at second and 1 out. Hosmer on a check swing went too far on a high fastball. Royals with 5 hits against Hendricks. Just 1 walk, and that batter who walked, Alex Gordon, scored the second run for Kansas City. Strike 1. Hosmer last year in his rookie year hit .293, 19 home runs in 128 games. And he's had a tough time in his second year in the big leagues.
Oh, remember that first night he hit the home run, he got a couple hits. Every pitch outer half of the plate. And I think last night's ball game and here tonight, they're really trying to bust him inside. Now ahead in the count. Watch Butera where he moves. Going back inside. Now it's up to the pitcher to get it in there. And that's the adjustments that a young kid like Hosmer has to go through. You know, he's got to learn. They're going to make adjustments on him, then he has to make adjustments.
1-2.
Last night's ball game, P.J. Walters walked him a couple times, but they were staying hard inside on it.
And missing again, 2-2.
And what that does a lot of times, now Hosmer may think, okay, they're pitching me inside, I'm going to open up early, and then that opens up the outer half of the plate. So it's that cat and mouse game that is played, especially at this level, where most pitchers have pretty good control of both sides of the plate.
Butera to the mound for another chat.
Missed the last 2 pitches hard inside. See what Butera talked to Hendricks about. What are they going to try to do here?
Inside, got a foul ball. A 2-1 ball game, and now Hendricks again having a tough time with a hitter with 2 strikes. And Hosmer takes one down in the dirt. Full count. First base open and 1 out.
1 walk for Hendricks. That came in the first inning. Alex Gordon.
Giavotella on deck. Hosmer, the number 8 hitter. And a 3-2 pitch. Fouled back. Another 3-2. This time a walk will send Hosmer to first base. So first and second, one down. You can get all your high school football action with Fox Sports North Prep Zone, presented by Wells Fargo. Each week get live games on Fox Sports North or Fox Sports North Plus and online at foxsportsnorth.com. There's a lineup for football games tomorrow. Should be a nice Friday night high school football all over the upper Midwest. Giavatella takes a fastball, strike one.
Giavatella hit a ground ball to third. Trevor Plouffe for the second out of the second inning. They'd like to get another ground ball right here.
'80th pitch of the ball game for Hendricks, and it's taken right down the middle for strike two. Tap foul for Scott Baker. Would have that problem too, and Baker was a strikeout pitcher, but so often his pitch count would be run up, not because he was throwing pitches out of the strike zone, but because of all the foul balls.
Well, what you need is some quick innings, and Hendricks just have not been able to do that. His 82nd pitch.
Breaking ball, flared foul.
See, that curveball right there just doesn't have any bite on it. He's ahead in the count. That's the one you want to drop on the other side of home plate. It's too good a pitch right there, 0-2. Trying to run that ball down and in, get a ground ball. Well, there you go.
That's a pretty good call right there. A ground ball double play. And Hendricks pitches the scoreless fourth. Field from our GoPro shot with the Twins trailing 2-1.
And let's take a wide angle here up in the booth. We have Russell and Deanna from Fargo celebrating the game here. Thank you for coming up and enjoy the game. I know this means a lot to you too.
Big Twins fans from the Red River Valley. Josh Willingham with a home run, his first time up for the only Twins run. And he takes a strike on the outside corner. It'll be Willingham, Morneau, and Plouffe here in the Twins' fourth.
Yeah, Mendoza's retired 7 straight now. The only 2 hits off of him, Willingham and then Morneau's single following. That's been it.
1-1. Saw the select company Willingham has put himself in with his 34th home run. off-speed pitch, tap foul. Coors Light cold hard blast was Willingham's 34th home run in the first inning.
Yeah, came on a fastball middle in, and he made the score 2-1. That's where we're still at.
One and two to Willingham, and he takes low. 2-2. Big pop-up near the Twins dugout and out of play. Willingham has fallen way back in the American League home run race. Josh Hamilton entering play tonight with 41. Edwin Encarnacion with 39. Adam Dunn of the White Sox at 38. And it's anybody's guess if Dunn's going to hit another one. He re-injured his oblique injury, oblique pull, and has not played in the Tiger series. And there's no assurance at all he's going to play anytime soon. 2-2. Willingham takes ball 3. And you've got Granderson with 37, Miguel Cabrera with 36, Willingham now with 34. Albert Pujols joined the 30 home run club last night for the Angels after not hitting one in April. That's pretty good. Half swing, and Willingham is out on strikes.
Well, they went to the 3-2 curveball, and Josh just could not hold up. Mendoza picks up his second strikeout. Just couldn't pull the trigger.
So one down, and here's Morneau. He drove a sharp single to center. Outside, ball 1. One and one. Morneau's next home run would be his 20th. He has an outside chance yet of hitting in the 300 neighborhood. 2-1. Can you to put proper context on his season this year? You need to remember where his numbers were in the first half of the year.
Over the last 63 ball games, Justin hitting .322.
3-1.
So April and May, Justin just kind of making sure everything was okay, but really starting the first part of June, he has taken off. He's been very consistent, has not missed too many games. The power numbers coming back.
3-2, and I think too what's been significant, Bert, is he's done it as a first baseman. Remember, coming out of spring training, a lot of talk about him being in the DH spot a lot of the time. Chris Parmley would play some at first.
He didn't want a DH.
No. Full count, and a walk puts him aboard. So they pitched him away consistently, and he ended up taking ball 4.
That first walk by Mendoza, and that ends a streak of 8 straight Twins he had retired.
They've decided to postpone the game in Chicago between the Tigers and the White Sox. They'll make up that game Monday. And so it's anybody's guess what that will do to the White Sox pitching rotation. One would think that neither Sale nor Verlander warmed up. And if that's the case, Twins might see Chris Sale tomorrow.
Right.
Down the middle, a strike to Plouffe. So the White Sox series will start with Chicago in first place by 1 game over the Tigers. One strike to Plouffe, lined out to the shortstop, his first time up. Strike 2.
Fastball inside, then fastball away.
1-2. Individually, the Twins surely want Hendricks to pick up a win before the end of the season. They'd also like Plouffe to get that feeling back, know what it's like to be able to hit home runs. They came in such a flurry. Swing and a miss. He strikes out here for out number 2.
And that's what he's been doing a lot of, is swinging and missing. Mendoza picks up his 3rd strikeout, 2nd of the inning, went to the breaking ball, and Plouffe swinging at a pitch out of the strike zone.
Now Darren Mastroianni will hit with Morneau at first. No one's put a ball in play here in the 4th inning. 2 strikeouts and a walk. Mastroianni hit a ground ball to short his first time up. Ball 1. On the outside corner, 1-1.
I think we all have to be very happy at the way that Mastroianni went about his business this year. Very solid years. He has accepted what his role might be next year, being that 4th outfielder. Brings a lot of speed with him.
1-2.
Mastroianni, 27 years old, in his first season with the Twins. Called up on May 10th.
Checked his swing. And it's 2-2. Couple of hits for the Twins, trying to take advantage of the first walk issued by Mendoza here in the 4th. Popped up down the right field line. Low, and Hosmer watching land a row back in the seats. TC almost got a souvenir there.
Yeah, he was actually the closest to catch that thing. Don't know if he brought his big glove with him or not. No, he didn't even have his glove.
Hosmer holding. Morneau on at first. See if Mastroianni can stretch the count out to 3-2 here. Nice pickup by Perez. So now we'll see whether Hosmer holds Morneau on the 3-2 pitch. With Escobar on deck. Hosmer on the bag.
I'm surprised he's holding him on right here.
Full count to Mastroianni. Morneau goes. And a called 3rd strike. 3 strikeouts in the inning and a walk. And it's still 2-1 Kansas City. At carsoup.com/baseball. Fran Lewis from Lakeville saying, with Scott Diamond looking like he has locked up a rotation spot next season, which other starting pitcher on the bubble do you think is ready to make the leap to the Twins starting staff next year?
I think Taduno right there is one that I think the Twins will take a good look at. And you don't know about Nick Blackburn. You don't know if Carl Pavano, like Tom Kelly was talking about, also Carl Pavano and Scott Baker. So there are some names that are going to be thrown out there. Cole DeVries at times. I thought he pitched very well. Who knows what Brian Dunsing's role is going to be.
Fouled back.
There's going to be a lot of guys fighting for 5 spots.
And if history's taught us anything, it's not really 5 spots. We're talking 8, 9, or 10 spots that would be factored into the full season next year based on injury, ineffectiveness. I mean, even the top teams, the teams fighting for playoff spots here in September, have had starters go down, and I'm quite confident that Terry Ryan's top priority. There's a drive to deep right field. David Lowe has hit one off the wall and away from Revere, and Lowe digs for third. Here's Revere's throw offline. It's a leadoff triple in the 5th. So Revere, who's played right field and center field, that time got trapped under the overhang a little bit.
Well, Lowe, who picked up his first major league hit in Kansas City against the Twins, right here gets his first major league triple. A September call-up, trying to make a good impression. A breaking ball down and in. The uppercut swing by Lowe, high off that limestone. We have not seen that many balls off that limestone. Billy Butler, I think, was the first one when this place opened up 3 years ago to hit one off that limestone.
Billy Butler got a triple. Here's Escobar. Corner infielders up, middle infielders back, and there's ball 1. And while the Twins are certainly going to focus on trying to fill out the starting 5 rotation, the likes of Blackburn, Baker, perhaps Pavano. There's a bouncer. Great stop at third by Plouffe. Comes up firing. What a terrific play by Trevor Plouffe.
That was an outstanding play right there. That ball, what we have seen over the last week or so, get by the third baseman, but right there, Plouffe diving for the ball behind the bag. Now watch Lowe right there. He stays, and that ball fully reached out. Trevor Plouffe comes up and throws a pea across the diamond. What an outstanding play by Trevor Plouffe.
Infield in now with 1 out, and Alex Gordon at the plate. Strike on the inside corner. Inside. 1-1. Two and 1. Just thinking about the possible changes now for the White Sox in the rotation for this series. Just in this past week, it might be that Francisco Liriano was a starter, a reliever, a starter, and now back to a reliever. Popped up, a foul ball, should reach the seats. The only reason Liriano was moved back into the rotation for tomorrow was because it needed a starter, because Hector Santiago pitched last night. And now presumably Sale will be pushed back to tomorrow's start, and they may move Liriano back into the bullpen.
Well, Liam Hendriks needs a strikeout here, or a pop-up, or a ground ball to one of the infielders who are playing in.
2-2 to Gordon. Struck him out.
There's a strikeout. Good fastball there. Gordon strikes out for the 2nd time against Hendriks, and it's a big strikeout. After the play by Trevor Plouffe as a pitcher, boy, that pumps you up. And good job by Hendriks right there, getting the 2nd out.
And now Butler with a bouncer to third and a single. Infield back at normal depth.
That's a big out right here. We showed you at the beginning, the last couple ball games, Royals hitting .387 with runners in scoring position, and in the first inning with 2 outs, it was Salvador Perez, that 2-run single with 2 outs.
Driven deep to center field. And off the wall, another big 2-out hit for the Royals. Lowe scores on a double by Butler, and it's 3-1.
Boy, that ball down and in, and Butler just dropped the barrel of the bat and showed off some of his power. Deepest part of the field here at Target Field is that bullpen gate at 411 feet, and Butler, who's stuck at 99 career home runs, hit that ball a long way. RBI double for Butler, his 25th double of the year, driving in his 92nd run.
Perez with a 2-out single in the first inning that drove in the first 2 Kansas City runs. The first inning single by Perez extending his hitting streak to 17 games. Pop up, Escobar out. And that ends the inning, but the Royals are rolling pretty good right now. They get another big 2-out hit to drive in a run.
Might be the funniest winner's circle we've ever had here. I have a gorilla jumping up and down, and this is Bob from Lakeville is the man under this costume, and he has $100 here at Minnesota State Lottery scratch-off tickets, and he pulls off stunts like this. The sign says, "Circle me, Bert. I'm going bananas," and he also owns a chicken suit, and he once walked into a supermarket and told everyone to buy turkey, and he was quickly kicked out of the grocery store when he did it. But I have to ask your friend Bob, who were here, or Greg here, who escorted you. Greg, what's it like walking around with your friend Bob in a gorilla suit all night?
I absolutely love it. I mean, the looks we get, everything, it's been a great atmosphere tonight, and he's just having a great time. So.
And they also said if Target was open, he was going to go there and just buy a cart full of bananas before he made his way out. And he's also scared a couple kids unintentionally tonight as well. Big shocker,
Gorilla, yeah. McGilla Gorilla, thank you. And you are hereby circled. Fun at the ballpark.
1 strike to Eduardo Escobar, now ball 1-1. Escobar bounced to short his first time up. McGilla Gorilla, that was a Hanna-Barbera cartoon as I recall. One and two.
Escobar, he threw 24 pitches in that 4th inning, and not 1 ball was put into play. 3 strikeouts, 1 walk. Twins' last hit coming off the bat of Justin Morneau in the 1st inning.
a foul ball, still 1-2. Want to congratulate the St. Paul Saints. Looks like they're going to get a new ballpark over in St. Paul.
Well, congratulations to them.
Tyler Robertson getting loose. Looks like Liam Hendricks' day is done. So if he's going to get a win here tonight, the Twins need to score 3 runs.
Yes, they do. 98 pitches for Liam Hendricks after 5 innings.
That's strike 3. Perez will throw to first for the first out.
And the last 4 outs recorded on strikeouts. Mendoza picking up his 5th strikeout.
Drew Butera called out on strikes his first time up. Butera, the only healthy catcher. If you just joined us, Joe Mauer still out with the tightness in his back. And in last night's game, Ryan Domit tweaked something in his ribcage. And Butera bunted into himself, or ran into his own bunt while he was still in the batter's box. So it's just strike 1.
Yeah, home plate umpire Mike Estabrook letting everybody know that that ball made contact. Of Butera while he was in the box.
Slow breaking ball. Spins over for strike 2.
The same breaking ball that Butera took for strike 3 in the 2nd inning.
One and 2. Two and 2.
Mendoza making his 4th start against the Twins this season.
Hanging breaking ball, and Butera pulls it foul.
In those 3 starts, 2-0 with an ERA at 2.79 coming in. So today's start has only allowed a couple hits. Royals, like the Twins, they are looking for starters for 2013.
And now 3 and 2 to Butera. Florimon will hit next. And Butera takes a close pitch for ball 4.
Second walk by Mendoza in the ball game. He walked Justin Morneau last inning.
Time now for the CenturyLink high-speed pitch.
Yeah, Mendoza at 94. Hendricks, after 98 pitches in 5 innings, as high as 93.
No one's put a ball in play now since Revere ended the 3rd inning with a lineout to Giavotella. 2 walks and 4 strikeouts. Florimon hit a 1-hopper back to the mound his first time up. On the outside corner. Two strikes. And not only are the Royals and Twins in the same boat, they're both looking for starting pitching. They're both going to be looking for top of the rotation guys. I think Ned Yost would probably tell you, as Ron Gardenhire would tell you. Bouncer to the right side, might be a double play grounder. And that ends the inning. It takes care of the walk. So Florimon puts one in play, but it's a ground ball double play.
At 6:30 p.m. It's clear. It's going to be dry. A little bit on the cooler side there at Target Field for Game 1 in the series. Your first pitch, 68 degrees with winds out of the north at 3 to 6 miles per hour.
67 degrees right now. Very pleasant.
Yes, beautiful night for baseball.
Twins are trailing 3-1. Liam Hendricks won't get a win tonight because he's out of the ball game. The Twins down a couple of runs. Tyler Robertson comes out of the Twins bullpen.
Yeah, Tyler pitched in last night's ball game. Just faced only one batter. Ended up giving up a run in the 10-5 loss. Threw only 4 pitches, 3 for strikes, making his 34th relief appearance.
Mike Moustakas will lead things off for the Royals in the 6th, then Lorenzo Cain and Eric Hosmer. Signs of life for the Indians. Texas had a 2-0 lead in the 6th, but now Cleveland scored a couple of runs to tie that game at 2. In Detroit, Chicago rained out at U.S. Cellular Field. White Sox will head this way shortly. Open up a series tomorrow night. 1-1 to Moustakas. One and two.
I think one thing Robertson has shown the Twins is that this is a guy that was a former starter in the minor leagues for the Twins that's got a nasty slider. He can come in and get some left-handers out. There's that slider, and he picks up a strikeout.
Twins hope to play the role of spoiler on Sunday against the division-leading White Sox, and every fan at the game will receive a free energy-efficient light bulb, courtesy of XL Energy. Better yet, some of the light bulbs will not only save energy, but you could win a Twins season ticket in 2013. To order your tickets for Sunday's game or any other game left on the 2012 schedule, call 800-33-TWINS or visit twinsbaseball.com.
Well, next 3 series, the last 3 series, the Twins have a chance to be a spoiler. White Sox coming in, then we go on the road.
All right.
They go to Cleveland, Detroit, come back. The Yankees are here, and the Tigers.
Swing and a miss, 2 strikes.
And the Sox rotation, it will be Chris Sale tomorrow, and then Quintana, and then Jake Peavy on Sunday.
So Liriano back in the bullpen. 1-2. Cain had a long at bat against Hendricks in the first before grounding out. Then he rifled a double to right center field with 1 out in the 4th. 2-2. And Robertson with another breaking pitch in the dirt to fill the count.
Yeah, last 2 sliders down. Cain coming over in his Zach Greinke trade back in December of 2010. Started the season with the Royals, then put on a disabled list, left groin strain, then activated on July 9th.
That's ball 4, and Cain will draw a 1-out walk. AT&T trivia. Liam Hendricks, talked to by the manager. What Twin started his major league career? And it was Jesse Crain out of the bullpen.
I would have never guessed that.
Oh, you'd think a starter, of course. And I remember, now that I know the answer, we talked a lot about that while it was happening. Outside, ball 1. So in the 3-game series with the White Sox now, the Twins will face the 2 Chicago Aces, Sale and Peavy.
Kane at first base. He has attempted 9 stolen bases, and he's been successful in all 9. Like he was headed to second right there as Robertson threw to first.
One and 0 to Hosmer. Looks like Kane wants to go. And Robertson keeps throwing over there. Another trip to the mound by Butera. 2-0. Chris Sale gearing up to take on the Tigers and pitching against Justin Verlander instead. Will pitch against Edinson Vasquez. Vasquez.
Yeah, and then Quintana against Duno on Saturday, and then the Sunday afternoon game, Peavy against Diamond.
Start times listed there are our pregame air times. 2-0 to Eric Hosmer. Three and 0. "13 pitches for Robertson, only 5 strikes.
Casey Fiend, who pitched in last night's ball game, getting up.
Ron Gardenhire saying this afternoon that Jared Burton will pitch the 8th. Glenn Perkins will pitch the 9th, regardless of the score. They haven't been used regularly. They need to pitch. So each will pitch an inning tonight. Unless, he said, Liam Hendricks was throwing a no-hitter. And Escobar took care of that on the 4th pitch of the ballgame. Popped up, backing out of play. 3-2.
See if Kane takes off here. I would imagine that he would. He does not, but it's ball 4. Back-to-back walks by Tyler Robertson.
A strikeout, a pair of walks, and now the number 9 batter, Giavotella. And Rick Anderson will go to the mound. Royals got a couple of runs in the first inning. Hendricks giving up 3 singles and a walk, and an insurance run in the 5th. Still very much a open ball game, but now Robertson comes out of the pen and runs into some trouble.
Always look at it. You're one good ground ball away from getting out of the inning. 1 out of the inning, couple walks. Ground ball right here. Giavotella hit into a double play in the 4th inning. Giavotella getting an opportunity to get some playing time here for the Royals. Spent most of the season down in Omaha, where he hit .323 in 89 ball games.
Lead runner goes, and Butera throws on target, but a little late, and Kane swipes third base.
Well, first stolen base of the series for the Kansas City Royals. And Kane with that high leg kick at Robertson. Good strong throw by Drew, but Kane in safely.
And now Giavotella has to get another bat. Discovered a chip Off the end of the bat, I guess.
10 stolen bases in 10 attempts.
Again, you pointed this out the other day. Players are supposed to have a backup bat ready. And Giavotella has to pause and put some stickum on the bat handle. One and 0 to the number 9 batter. That's a fair ball. Butera checks the runners and throws out Giavotella for out number 2.
And on the play, Eric Hosmer went to second base. So they do get the second out. Let's see if Twins can get a big out here with 2 outs. Last inning it was 2 outs. Billy Butler got the RBI double, has scored the 3rd run.
And again, back in the first inning, Perez with a 2-out single that drove in the first 2 runs. Lowe tripled off the facing of the overhang in right field to lead off the 5th. Strike 1.
This is where I think we saw Rick Anderson go out and talk to Robertson rather than bringing in Casey Fiend in case this happens right here. Casey Fiend still continuing to throw. So
0-2.
So you have the lefty facing Lowe rather than maybe Fiend. So Robertson got the big out of Giavotella. Let's see if he can get the final out here of David Lowe.
Off the end of the bat, foul. Robertson has thrown 20 pitches this inning. 1 ball has been put in play in this inning, and it rolled about 12 inches in front of the plate.
Well, last inning and a half, we haven't had too many baseballs put into play.
And another foul. Butera will run a new baseball out to Robertson.
They're staying with that slider down and away. Do you dare go inside with a fastball? His strikeout pitch has been that slider. And Lowe has reached out a couple times and fouled him off.
2 strikes to Lowe. Nice block by Butera. That ball landed a foot in front of the right-handed batter's box.
You know, the thing is, we show catchers when they do that. We see Perez do it. Joe Mauer does it. You just don't know. Look at all the spin on that ball. You're hoping that it comes up. You know, it can deflect right or left. Butera, good job of knocking that ball down.
So, one ball put in play, and it rolled about a foot in front of the plate. tonight's 6th inning in the Coors Light Freeze Cam.
And we go back to the first inning. Josh Willingham in a 2-0 Royals lead makes it 2-1 with his 34th home run of the year.
Frost Brewed Coors Light Freeze Cam. Twins haven't had much in the way of base runners. The only time that Mendoza's had to pitch from the stretch, the base runners have been Morneau and Butera. Well, with the speed lineup that the Twins have put out there, those aren't the right guys. We'll see if Span and Revere can change that here in the 6th inning. Span walks up the box, takes a strike. Span with a bouncer to second. Actually, it didn't bounce out of Giavatella's glove, it did, and then he picked it up and threw to first for the out, and then a fly ball to left. Strike 2. 81 pitches for Luis Mendoza. One and two. And dribbled foul.
Mendoza's longest outing this year as a starter for the Royals came here in Minnesota back in late June when he pitched 8 innings against the Twins, gave up only 5 hits and 1 run in a 4-3 win.
Usually a journeyman type pitcher like Mendoza, 3rd or 4th time a team sees him, they have a really good outing against him, but that hasn't happened. He's kept the Royals in every ball game he's pitched. 2-2. Span trying to get aboard, give Mendoza and Perez and the Royals something to think about anyway in terms of having a speedy runner on the bases. Last night's ball game, the Twins jumped out 3-0, but the Royals did the rest of the scoring essentially. Meaningful scoring. Right to Hosmer. Backhands it nicely, goes to the bag, 1 away. That'll bring up Revere. You can follow the Twins with MLB.com at @BAT12 for your iPhone, iPad, Android, BlackBerry, or Windows Mobile. Get live audio, pitch tracking, video highlights, and much more. Text @BAT to 31826 or visit twinsbaseball.com for details. 1 down and now Revere. Revere with a bouncer to short and a line drive to the second baseman Giavatella. Just off the outside corner. Yankees have a 2-0 lead over Boston. 9th inning at Fenway Park, trying to keep pace with the first place Orioles. Toward the right side, Giavatella gloves it, spins and fires. Nice play for the second out.
Yeah, very nice defensive play right there by Giavatella. Your momentum is taking you that way, so just a little spin around. Just right here. And getting it over to Hosmer quickly with Revere hustling down that line.
Here's Willingham, a homer to left and a strikeout. Slow breaking ball over the middle of the plate, strike 1. Willingham struck out on a high breaking ball in his leadoff appearance in the 4th inning. 1-1. Joe Mauer usually hitting third. As it turns out, won't have played at all in this Kansas City series, which is a shame because he absolutely blisters Kansas City pitching. 2-1. At the knees, 2-2. In the off-speed offering and taps it foul. Mendoza approaching the 100 pitch mark at 93. Full count with Morneau on deck. It's a different matter. Ended up walking Butero with 1 out in the 5th. That was with Florimone, the on deck hitter. I'm sure he doesn't want to walk Willingham here with Morneau's power coming up next.
Well, look away. That's where Perez is sitting right here.
And called out on strikes. Perez was set up away, but Mendoza hit the inside corner.
Willingham does not like it, but Mendoza picks up his 6th strikeout.
Story of the game with the Royals up by 2.
Another job of good 2-out hitting by the Royals. It was Perez in the first inning with 2 outs, a 2-run single. Willingham, a 2-out home run in the first inning. And then Billy Butler with 2 outs in the 5th, an RBI double. They made it a 3-1 ball game.
And it's 3-1 as we move to the 7th. Casey Fiend coming out of the Twins bullpen. So we anticipate Fiend to pitch the 7th, Burton the 8th, and Perkins the 9th.
Yeah, Casey Fiend worked in last night's ballgame when the Twins needed 4 relievers to get through the 8th inning. Casey Fiend faced only 1 batter, and that was Escobar, and Escobar got a base hit. Later scored that inning.
Alcides Escobar, Alex Gordon, and Billy Butler will hit.
Fiend making his 27th appearance.
Strike 1. Look at Feen, gets the ball back from Butera, puts his right foot on the rubber, looking in for the sign. Must be a welcome sight in the Twins dugout.
But you know what? I thought Liam Hendriks started in the second inning that way. Something triggered that he started to work a lot quicker. That first inning, he seemed like he was just nitpicking, and the Royals ended up getting a couple big 2-out hits.
Fly ball to left. Mastroianni has a play. One down. Vikings running back Adrian Peterson talked to reporters today about his surprisingly strong season opener and what he expects from himself the rest of the year. Read Brian Hall's story at foxsportsnorth.com.
You know, you watch Casey Feen, he gives you that bulldog type of approach out on that pitching rubber. Works out of the stretch position.
Breaking ball missing. To center field. Span over a few steps. Out number 2. And that'll bring up Butler. It's conceivable this would be Butler's last at bat against the Twins and his last chance here in this series to finally connect on home run number 100. Said he thought he might have gotten the one last night, but he realized he hit his smash against the left field fence with some topspin on it. Strike one.
Well, the Royals going home after this, back to Kansas City and playing the Angels, so let them hit it against the Angels.
Swing and a miss, 0-2. 7 pitches by Feen, 2 outs and 2 strikes on Butler. And Butler keeps the at bat alive.
Your typical 300 type hitter, you know, I mean, they just foul off pretty good pitches to keep the bat alive and hope that that pitcher makes a mistake.
Got him. Came inside, got a strikeout. Has a nice tidy 1, 2, 3, 7th inning. North is brought to you by McDonald's.
Get a freshly brewed cup of premium roast coffee from McDonald's. Any size is just $1. And by AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T. Rethink possible.
It's 3-1. Twins trying to come back and win the final game of this 3-game series. Set the stage for what should be a fun series this weekend with Chicago.
A good thing Luis Mendoza out of the ball game. Let's see if the Twins can do something against a very good bullpen of the Kansas City Royals. Aaron Crow, the first one out, making his 65th relief appearance. He worked here on Tuesday night. He gave up a couple hits and a run in one inning. 21 pitches, 11 strikes.
Morneau fouls it away, goes back for a new bat.
Crow worked the 8th inning here on Tuesday night. Morneau ended up getting a base hit off of him. Then an RBI single by Ryan Doman scored the run off of Crow.
One strike to Morneau. And a check swing foul, 2 strikes. Morneau muttering to himself. Chip shot near third base. And Moustakas in foul ground makes the catch, 1 away. One down, that'll bring up Plouffe.
Well, the bullpen for the Royals, a combined ERA at 3. Only the Oakland A's and the Tampa Bay Rays have a better bullpen as far as lower ERA.
Dave Island, the pitching coach.
Got some great young arms out there. Aaron Crow, one of them.
Plouffe takes an off-speed pitch. Breaking ball for strike 1. A liner to short and a strikeout so far for Plouffe. Two strikes. Plouffe in one of those deep tailspins now where it seems like every at bat quickly goes to 0-2. High hopper over the mound. Giavotella backhands, fires. Good play, but Hosmer can't hang on to it. So Plouffe will get credit for a 1-out hit.
Yeah, they throw a little bit up the line, and Hosmer had to kind of reach out and swipe at that ball to hopefully stay in his glove.
It looked like his foot might have been off the bag anyway. So Plouffe aboard. Twins get the tying run to the plate now, Mastroianni, but they've hit so little, made so little solid contact in this game.
The first hit for the Twins since Justin Morneau's single in the first inning.
A couple of infield lineouts. See if Mastroianni can find a gap someplace. Maybe drive in Plouffe. Be standing in scoring position himself. 1-0. 2-0. And that hits the outside corner. 2-1.
94-mile-an-hour fastball by Crow. Also with a very tight slider.
Bounce to the right side. Giavotella starts a double play. The inning ends. The Twins send just 3 to the plate again in the 7th.
this copyrighted telecast presented by the authority of the Minnesota Twins and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Minnesota Twins, LLC.
Well, as promised, Jared Burton will pitch for the Twins in the 8th inning.
Yeah, Burton just needs some work, making his 56th relief appearance. Hopefully he can keep the score right where it's at. Twins get a chance to come back and rally and hopefully win this ball game. Burton last pitched on Sunday against the Cleveland Indians, 2/3 of an inning.
Well, Burton and Perkins, part of a far too seldom used end of a bullpen for the Twins. It's been pretty good this year.
Yeah, Burton has had a great year. The last 4 or 5 years with the Cincinnati Reds. Signed by the Twins over the winter as a free agent.
First pitch popped up right side. Morneau under it. And a fair ball catch, one away. And that'll bring up Mike Moustakas. Moustakas with a single his first time up, then a fly to left, and a strikeout. Next time we broadcast a game where Liam Hendriks pitches, it'll be in Cleveland. Twins going back to a 5-man rotation, by the way, now that Cole DeVries is done for the year. But we'll be talking about Liam Hendriks with 17 winless major league starts, still looking for win number 1. One and one.
Will be a great picture.
2-1. Changeup, 2-2. That's the pitch that seems to separate Burton from other middle relievers. Just an outstanding circle change that he'll use in any count.
A lot of confidence in that pitch. Saw it from Santana, Radke, Viola, anybody that has that type of pitch. That changeup held on to a little bit too long. And his control has been very good. 14 walks, 1 intentional in 54 innings pitched.
Kelvin Herrera warming up. And a fastball, striking out Moustakas for out number 2.
Burton picking up his 46th strikeout in 54 innings pitched.
And now Lorenzo Cain. Cain 1 for 2 with a walk. The one was a crisp double to right center field. Swinging a foul back. Yankees beat Boston 2-0. So the Orioles and Yankees are still on top in the American League East. The Rays now 4 games back. One and one. Change up over for a strike, 1-2. It's a shame that Burton and Perkins haven't been more battle tested in August and September. 2-2. And a good inning for Burton. A couple of strikeouts and a 1-2-3 trip through the top of the 8th.
A win in this series against the Kansas City Royals, and on Twins Live presented by CenturyLink, we're going to discuss Josh Willingham climbing the home run ranks tonight with home run number 34, and RBI number 104 on the season. Ron Gardenhire and his post-game comments will talk about Liam Hendriks and also a good performance thus far by his bullpen. And the instructional tonight, Tom Kelly, Bert Blyleven, two Twins legends, going to talk about PFP, pitchers fielding practice. And Bert, I know you have a lot to explain with regard to PFP, and I'm sure you did a lot of PFP under TK.
Yeah, every time I pitch, a little pitcher's fielding practice. Back up third, back up home. I guess we're going to have to pretend that this is Field 6. The Tom Kelly Field.
Right.
Yep. In Fort Myers, Florida.
Escobar leading off for the Twins in the 8th, taking ball 1 from Kelvin Herrera.
Herrera worked in last night's ball game through 20 pitches, 13 strikes, and what we saw was a fastball that one hit 100 miles an hour, the other one 95 or higher.
2-0 to Escobar. He'll be followed by Butera and Florimon. Game still within reach. Twins just haven't done anything offensively, other than Willingham's home run back in the first inning. 3. Ooh, I beg your pardon. That looked like it was outside, but it was called a strike. 2-1.
A lot of times it's how the catcher catches it right there. Perez did a good job of turning that glove in. Watch this catch right there. The old Bob Boone.
Oh, you're going to tell me that's a pitcher's pitch again because it was 4 inches offside. Liner to second. And Giavatello with the catch, one away.
Anytime a ball gets to the catcher, that's a pitcher's pitch.
If you act today, you get a steal of a deal. The Twins hosting the Yankees on Tuesday the 25th. For a limited time, you can get home plate view tickets for the low price of $25. The deal against the Yankees is only available for a limited time, and you can get it by logging on to twinsbaseball.com or by calling 800-33-TWINS. And while you're at it, check out some of the other ticket offers for the balance of the schedule here at Target Field. Butera takes strike 1. Butera called out on strikes in the 2nd, walked in the 5th.
This part of the game, of course, Ron Gardenhire would probably like to hit for Butera right here, but he has nobody else. Bauer still with a stiff back. Parmley still with the groin injury. Domit with a little pull.
The rib cage area. Did it on a throw yesterday, they say. And Butera is hit by a pitch. He'll take first base gladly. And now Florimone called back to the bench, and it'll be Parmley pinch hitting for the Twins shortstop.
Might have grazed his jersey right here. Just a bit, but Butera on at first.
Parmley took batting practice today. Kind of a work in progress. Wasn't sure what he was going to be able to get done in the cage today, but apparently went through a full enough workout to tell the manager he was ready to go today.
Yeah, I ran into him before the ball game, and he said he feels a lot better. He's still, not ready to play every day, but like you mentioned, took batting practice. Hopefully he can connect on one of these good fastballs.
Going to get a fastball first. That's an off-speed pitch over for strike one.
Yeah, Parmley as a pinch hitter, 0 for 8.
One strike. And a fastball and a foul ball. 2 strikes.
Herrera coming into the ball game. A lot of strikeouts. 70 strikeouts in 76 innings pitched.
Parmley takes, and it's 1-2.
And the changeup right there. Good job by Perez.
The Twins as a team have not had a good season pinch hitting. 8 hits, 47 at bats. It's about 1 for 6. No home runs, 5 runs batted in. 1-2. And Parmley drives it to right center field for a hit. Butera will hold up, and Parmley delivers off the bench. A sharp single with 2 strikes.
His first hit as a pinch hitter this year. And it'll be Alexi KCA pinch running for Parmley at first base. So very good at bat. Got a fastball down. And lined it into right field.
And now Span. Span with 3 hits last night, 0 for 3 tonight. And KCA running for Parmley. Twins have never really gotten to this point in terms of building an inning. A few times they got guys on base, they grounded into double plays. Span hit it right out of Perez's glove. A foul ball, 1 strike. Herrera's heat. Made contact with the ball when the ball was about a foot from being received by the catcher. One strike to the Twin center fielder. Chopper to second. And another double. Safe at first. And Hosmer tapping his chest, I think saying maybe that was my bad there. It should have been an inning-ending double play.
Yeah, it could have been the 3rd double play the Royals were going to turn against the Twins here tonight. But instead, Escobar's throw a little bit high. Gravitella over to Escobar, the high throw. Hosmer has to leap for it a little bit. And Span beat the throw.
Now, Revere trying to take advantage of the extra out here. Revere is 0 for 3. He and Span are a combined 0 for 7 tonight. Ball 1. Bueno, the left-hander, Holland, the right-hander. 1-0 to Revere. Cracked foul.
Saw Bueno last night. Holland, the closer now for the Kansas City Royals.
One and one to Ben Revere. 2-1. Herrera can probably read between the lines here with Willingham on deck. If he doesn't get Revere, he's probably out of the ballgame. And Holland might be asked to get a 4-out save. Two and one. 3-1. And Yost up on the top step here. Twins starting a comeback here in the 8th inning. See if Revere can finish it off. Ball 4. They're loaded up in the tying run. Span moves into scoring position. And we'll see if the Royals make their move.
Yeah, Ned Yost on his way out.
So the pinch hit by Parmalee seems to have given the Twins a spark here. There's a double play that should have been turned in Span's at bat, but it wasn't. Now they're loaded up for Josh Willingham, and Holland will come in and try to put out the fire.
In the bottom of the 8th inning, bases loaded and 2 outs earlier in the ballgame in the 1st inning. Third batter that Mendoza faced, Josh Willingham, hitting his 34th home run of the year. Made it a 2-1 Royals lead.
And he'll face Greg Holland, who is the new closer. Look at the next to last number. 1 home run allowed in 59 innings.
Holland becoming the closer. Jonathan Braxton was traded to the Cincinnati Reds. That opened up that closer opportunity, and he's made the most out of it so far. 13 saves in 15 save opportunities.
Few too many walks, a lot of strikeouts, but just 1 home run allowed. And Willingham steps in with the bases loaded and 2 out in the 8th. In the dirt, blocked by Perez, ball one.
That's a split finger right there. Holland with a fastball in the mid-90s, a curveball, and the split finger.
Span, the tying run, is at second. 1-0 to Willingham. Cuts through a fastball.
Fastball at 96.
One and one to Josh Willingham. Strike two at 97.
Back-to-back pitches. Fastballs. Going past Willingham. So go back to the fastball, or does it go with split finger?
One and two. Splitter in the dirt, and another nice block by Perez. Might be a pitch he's a little more apt to throw because he's got a 2-run lead instead of a 1-run lead.
He had a pitch to waste right there. He wanted it down, and now this is the big pitch right here.
So Perez make a couple of nice blocks in this at bat. Two and two. Fans standing like it's the 9th inning. Three and two, and everybody can start early now with 2 outs.
He went to that split finger again, and Willingham could take. And Perez will walk out. Talk to Holland. What are we going to throw right here? Okay, let's do it.
He's not swinging on the splitter, so he's got to come back with a fastball, wouldn't you think?
We'll see how much confidence he has in that splitter. He can throw it over for a strike. I think he's going to challenge him right here with the fastball.
Full count to Willingham with the bases full. Popped up and just over our heads.
There's a lot of things over our heads.
Well, Holland will reload on 3 and 2.
Love battles like this.
Popped up into the seats. And they'll do it again.
Another fastball at 98. Four of the 7 pitches, 95 or higher.
Missed inside. And Willingham with a walk makes it a 3-2 ball game.
Willingham getting an RBI is 105th on the year.
It's been a disappointing season for the Twins, but you're watching it bat like that. How do you not swing at 3 splitters in the dirt, and then you take a 97-mile-per-hour fastball inches off the plate?
A couple of them were in the dirt. It's a 2-2 pitch that he took. That was a pretty nasty splitter.
Bases loaded now for Morneau. A single, a walk, and a foul out. Strike on the outside corner at 98. Morneau's faced Holland a couple of times. Got a double and a strikeout.
We'll take a double, please.
See how many splitters he throws in the dirt now with the tying run at third base. Morneau to the left field corner, chased by Gordon, and into the seats, and Gordon crashes into the half wall in foul territory. Great effort by Gordon.
Boy, hit right in that corner. That ball just kept drifting away. Gordon chasing after it, keeping his eye on the ball.
Ouch. So Gordon okay. And the count falls to 0-2 against Morneau. Struck him out. And Perez picks up the pitch in the dirt, steps on home plate for the force play. Stay tuned for the Gander Mountain weekend weather update for Twins territory. Game reset. It's a one-run game as we go to the ninth.
Yeah, Luis Mendoza, 6 very good innings. Only allowed a couple hits, both of them in the first inning. Willingham home run. And coming in the first, driven in both runs so far, a home run and then the bases loaded walk. Good job by the bullpen so far. 3 shutout innings. Robertson, Casey Fiend, Jared Burton, and now Glenn Perkins hopefully can take this game into a 3-2 game into the bottom of the ninth.
Hosmer checks his swing and takes ball 1.
For Perkins, he has not pitched since Saturday when he picked up his 11th save for Cole DeVries against the Indians. That 3-0 win.
1-1.
I saw Escobar, who was at second, now moves over to short, and Alexi KCA now at second.
KCA gets in front of it and flips to Morneau. 1 away. So 1 down. And that brings up Giavotella. Texas has scored a couple of runs in the bottom of the 8th. They're threatening, well, the inning just ended now. 4-2. Texas leading Cleveland going to the 9th. Great chance for the Twins to get ahead of the Indians, with Cleveland going down to Texas and perhaps getting swept. The Twins are in danger of being swept at home by Kansas City.
Yeah, again, the last time the Royals swept the Twins here, you have to go to August of 1998.
Half swing, strike 2.
Hard slider right there.
William Hendricks on the hook for the 1-run deficit right now. Bounce to the right side, KCA again. 2 down. The Twins have had some sweeps in Kansas City. It's rare that the Royals would be in position to sweep the Twins here.
Yeah, you see, since the last time the Royals did sweep the Twins have had, 23 sweeps. So, yeah, Twins have had the way of the Royals. They're going to, hopefully win here today, and it'll be 11-7 on the season. But right now, it's 10-7, Twins favorite.
Jeff Francoeur will hit with 2 gone in the 9th. And Perkins gets ahead of him. Gutierrez throw back to Perkins, kicked off of Perkins' glove. Big swing and a miss. Perkins with 8 pitches, 7 strikes. Pulled foul. Into the camera well. And now 1-2 to Francoeur. Curious where Francoeur will fit in, if at all, in the Royals' plans for next year. Got Will Myers, a very highly thought of prospect, might be in the outfield for them next year.
Well, they need starting pitching. He may be one of these guys that other clubs are going to look at. Francoeur, a lot of major league experience, his eighth major league season. Just 28 years old, his 2nd season with the Royals. Having a frustrating year this year.
Swing on a foul. $18 assists from the outfield again this year.
That's why he's pinch hitting right here. David Lowe, the right fielder, right-handed hitter against a left-handed pitcher. He'll play right field in the bottom of the 9th.
Line foul. Leads all active outfielders in assists in his career. Perkins trying to put him away here. Trevor Plouffe will lead off the bottom of the 9th. Perkins trying to make sure that it's just a 1-run ball game. Mastroianni would hit next, then Escobar. Sky behind second base. Escobar with the catch. A good inning for Perkins. We'll see if the Twins can hand him a win with a couple of runs at the bottom of the inning. Had a long plate appearance against Holland, and he's trying to instruct Trevor Plouffe as to what to expect.
Well, look for the fastball that runs on you, but also he should look for the split finger. That's his out pitch. We already saw a 97, 98 mile an hour fastball from Holland. And then the nasty splitter that struck out Morneau to end the eighth.
Vancouver in right field. Yeah, watch out for the high heat.
Yeah.
Watch out for the splitter in the dirt. Good luck and go get him.
And go get him.
Here's Plouffe.
I'm pulling for you.
Up and in, ball one.
There's that high fastball he was talking about.
Plouffe, Mastroianni, and Escobar lined up to face Holland. A high fly to deep left field. Way back and gone! A home run! The advice pays off! And we are tied.
Only the second home run that Holland has allowed on the year. And Trevor Plouffe hitting his 21st home run of the year. And the Twins have come back and tied this ball game 3-3. So he jumped on that fastball, middle, in. It ties the game.
Mastroianni in a tie game. Takes a fastball up high. Unbelievable. Just 2 home runs allowed now by Holland. And Plouffe finally hits number 20. Swing and a miss. 1-1.
You have a fastball that's in the upper 90s. All you have to do is make good contact, and that ball jumped out of the ballpark.
Splitter low. 2-1. We told you the walks are a few too high for someone who's thrown about 60 innings. Mastroianni would be a major threat with his legs on the bases. 3-1. The fastball fills the count.
95-mile-an-hour fastball.
Full count to Mastroianni.
And look for it again.
Got him, 1 down.
That went at 96.
That'll bring up Escobar.
Second strikeout for Holland. And Plouffe hitting his 21st home run, his first since August 29th and his second since July 3rd. And it was a big one.
Strike on the inside corner. With Doman unable to play, Mauer unable to play. Jamie Carroll and Matt Carson be the only available bench players. Pulled foul behind Jerry White, 2 strikes. Indians came up with 3 runs in the top of the 9th, still batting. They've got a lead on Texas now, 5-4. Assume that's against Joe Nathan, who had 32, 33 consecutive saves. Escobar waves at strike 3.
And Holland picking up his second straight strikeout, his third in relief.
And now Butera.
Fastball away. Escobar can't reach it.
Butera called out on strikes in the second. has also walked and been hit by a pitch. Splitter gets a swing and a miss. Butera can extend the inning. KCA would hit next in what was Floramone's spot. Popped up near the Twins dugout. And Hosmer with the catch to end it. Plouffe's home run ties it. We're headed for extra innings. By Jack Link's beef jerky all season long. Jack Link's beef jerky, feed your wild side. Trevor Plouffe home run in the 9th, tying it up. We head to the 10th. Glenn Perkins will face Escobar, Gordon, and Butler here in the 10th inning.
Yeah, Perkins threw 14 pitches in the top of the 9th inning, 12 for strikes. And a 1-2-3 top of the 9th. Hopefully he has a 1-2-3 top of the 10th.
Missing with a breaking pitch, ball 1. Escobar singled in the 1st inning, hit a couple of ground balls and hit a fly ball to left. One and one.
Well, Perkins asked to go a couple innings here. Last time he went 2 innings, you have to go back to August 2nd in Fenway Park when the Twins beat the Red Sox 5-0. Perkins picked up his 6th save in that ball game.
So far, the Twins bullpen has pitched 4 hitless innings. Perkins will try to extend that another inning. Look at the Twins record, 5-3 in extra innings, and then you think to the Orioles, who today won their 13th straight extra inning game. Unbelievable. And another 1-run win for Baltimore. 2-2 to the Kansas City shortstop. To center. And Span comes in a couple of steps, 1 away. And that'll bring up Alex Gordon. Gordon walked, a couple of strikeouts and a fly ball tonight. And Perkins clips the inside corner. Twins are going to face a left-hander in the bottom of the 10th. Just don't know which one. Bueno and Collins warming up. Twins are due to send up KCA, Span, and Revere. Crack to the right field corner, or right center field gap. It'll get down for an extra base hit, and Gordon goes to second with a solid double.
That's something that Gordon has done a lot of this year, doubles. That's his 47th double, most in the American League, most in the major leagues. High fastball. Gordon splitting the gap in right center.
See where Butera's target was, down and away, and Perkins delivered it up over the inside corner. Another guy who hits a lot of doubles, Billy Butler. Only got 24 doubles this year. Actually, his double in the fifth is 25th. Down and in, ball one.
Be very careful with this young man right here. 92 RBIs on the year.
5 hits, 13 at bats in his career against Perkins. Fastball cuts the plate in half. One and one. Just off the inside corner. 2 and 1. Alex Burnett warming up in the Twins pen. 2 and 2.
With a breaking ball, Butler thought that was a little high. Still kind of shaking his head on this high breaking ball.
Now Butler's about to get tossed from the game, and he's just been ejected. Confronted by Mike Estabrook, who took his mask off and stepped into the right-handed batter's box. And Ned Yost is probably going to be soon to follow. So Butler's been tossed in the middle of this at bat. He was unhappy with the pitch called a strike, but I'm not sure that's proper umpire etiquette to take your mask off and get into the left hand into the batter's box. So Yost stays in the game for the time being, and now he's got to find somebody else to complete Butler's at bat.
Might have been something that Estabrook said to Butler that upset him. Well, it's up in the strike zone. And Foxtrax has it caught the upper part of the strike zone. And Butler had some words with him, and then Estabrook taking his mask off. And whatever Butler said, he's gone.
So Butler is out of the ball game. And the batter will be Tony Abreu, I believe. Abreu will inherit a 2-2 count in the DH spot.
Yeah, Abreu, a switch hitter, has a right-handed hitter hitting .263.
So Abreu, in a dozen games, 10 runs batted in. Steps into the box cold. And he strikes out. And that'll bring up Perez, who's just worn out the Twins in this 3-game series.
And I believe that strikeout goes to Butler. And they're going to go ahead and walk Perez.
And the left-hand batting Moustakas will come up with runners at first and second and 2 down. Well, I don't know, of course, what Butler said, or for that matter, what Estabrook thought he said. But whatever the situation was, it sure seemed like it was inflamed by the umpire rather than the player.
You know, again, fans come to see the players. They don't come to see the umpires. And some umpires in the past have let situations like that go a little bit too far. And then they have the right to throw them out. Player has yet thrown out an umpire.
Well, that's what I mean. Umpires don't like players showing umpires up. It almost looked like the umpire showed the player up there. Well, here's Moustakas. He does okay against left-handers. Perkins trying to pitch out of this situation here in the 10th. Fastball and strike one. In tonight's game, Moustakas with a single in the first, since then a fly ball and a pair of strikeouts. 2 out hits have done the Twins in all series long. And we'll see if Perkins can avoid one here. Tap foul, 2 strikes. Fastball high. In the 2 innings that he's pitched here tonight, Perkins is about to throw his 35th pitch. One and 2. Hacked foul. Perkins trying to pitch around Gordon's 1-out double. Bounce to short. Escobar to Morneau. And Perkins strands a pair of runners in the top of the 10th. Unavailable for tomorrow's opener with the White Sox, but Francisle Bueno will come out the Kansas City bullpen to pitch to the Twins on the 10th.
Yeah, Bueno pitched in last night's ball game, 15 pitches, 11 strikes. He pitched the 9th inning. Had a strikeout. He struck out Morneau to end the ball game. Bueno, hard throwing left-hander. Fastball slider. That's what Bueno features.
Alexi Casillas' first plate appearance of the night. He entered the game as a pinch runner for Parmalee, who pinch hit in the 8th inning. Twins got 1 run, left the bases full in the 8th to make it a 3-2 ball game. Then Plouffe's leadoff home run in the 9th eventually has taken us here to the 10th. Casilla, Span, and Revere, 3 fastest players on the Twins, perhaps. Possible exception of Mastroianni, and we'll see what damage they can do if they can get on base. Strike 1.
Casillas, a right-handed hitter, hitting .258.
One and one. To right center field. Down for a hit. Casilla rounds first, goes to second, and he's in with a double. Kane made a diving attempt and may have hurt himself. Kane seems to be favoring, well, now it's his right leg.
Yeah, hamstring maybe.
For a while, he may have done something to a wrist. So it's a leadoff double for Casilla.
Yeah, this ball just kept slicing away from Kane, who made that dive right there. I mentioned earlier he was on a disabled list for a long time with a left groin strain. Missed most of the first half of the season. They're looking more at the knee.
Yeah, calf here.
Calf area, yeah.
Now Kane giving it a great try. You could see Francoeur peel away. Apparently, Kane calling for it, calling Francoeur off the ball.
Right.
You just wonder if it might, I mean, we hope it's nothing more than a cramp of some sort. A well-aimed fly ball to right center field.
Again, watch this ball just keep slicing away from Kane. Now, you see Francoeur giving way because Kane's saying that he's got it. And Francoeur backing it, the play up and getting the ball back in. Get Kane up.
Got to come out of the ball game with what we hope will be just a cramp.
Yeah.
Trevor Plouffe with the leadoff home run in the 9th, or Jimmy John's delivery of the game.
Well, after Josh Willingham had a little discussion with him, told him, look for the splitter, look for the high fastball. He got the fastball and hit a home run, his 21st of the year. That tied the game at 3 apiece. In the bottom of the 9th inning.
Gerard Dyson is on the roster, but Dyson's got a shoulder problem and can't throw. So we'll be interested to see what the Royals do here to patch up the hole they've got in center field.
Well, Pena's starting to throw. One of the catchers.
He's got a first baseman's mitt on, so I'm guessing Hosmer is going to take over in the outfield. Hosmer switching gloves,
right.
And so Pena's going to go to first. And Hosmer is going to take an outfield spot. It looks like it's going to be right field with Francoeur inheriting center.
Well, one good thing that what Kane is doing now, he was not limping as much as he crossed the third baseline, so hopefully it's just a cramp.
Now, I honestly don't know how much first base Pena has played We've got a bunting situation here with Spann. And while the bunt you would think would be directed toward third base, you've got an inexperienced first baseman in the infield, and one way or the other, this rally is either going to succeed or fail because of infield play, you'd think.
Yeah, Francoeur will move to center field, and Hosmer will be out in right.
So because Dyson can't throw, he's not an option here, and the Royals have to take their first baseman and plug him in the outfield.
Now, Denard has a job to do right here. If he's asked to bunt, lay it down. Moustakas in on the grass already at third base. Pena almost in on the grass at first.
And Spann, showing no indication of bunting, takes a strike.
Spann on the year, 4 sacrifices.
Escobar playing behind KCA, leading off of second base. And the pick off to second, KCA back.
Just trying to keep them close.
One strike to Spann. To right field. Hosmer going back. KCA to third. It's a game winner for Denard Spann.
He was not asked to bunt. He was hit. He was told to go ahead and win the ball game. He got a pitch up and hit it over the head of Hosmer, and the Twins come back and beat the Royals. Avoid the 3-game sweep.
Back on June 17th against the Brewers in 15 innings, Spann finally sent us home with a single in the 15th inning, driving in Brian Dozier. And here on an 0-1 pitch, he hit one over the head of the transplanted Eric Hosmer in right.
That's a second game-winning hit that the Twins have seen in this series. Remember back on Sunday, Justin Morneau hit the game-winning home run, and here tonight against the Royals, Denard Spann got a pitch up and knocked in the game-winning RBI. Twins come back and beat the Royals 4-3.
Win number 60 on the season, and KCA starting it with a double in the leadoff spot in the 10th inning, and Spann backed it up with what I believe will be ruled another double.
Well, again, you know, it all happened because Trevor Plouffe got that fastball from Holland and tied the game at 3 apiece in the bottom of the 9th inning.
So a nice come-from-behind win for the Twins. A run in the 8th, a run in the 9th, another one in the 10th. Robbie Smikowski's with the hitting hero.
Yeah, and he appears to have caught his breath by now, Denard Spann. You get the game-winning hit, the double, over the head of Eric Hosmer, who just stepped into right field. I mean, what are your emotions like right now, just stepping in and getting the game-winning hit?
Oh, it's a good feeling to come through for your team right there. You know, I hadn't done much all game, and to be able to come up with the winning hit, it's just a good feeling.
Let's talk about the pitch. Went down low, 0-1, you drive it off the wall in right field. What happened?
You know what? Before I got up there, I asked Gardy, if he wanted me to bunt. He said, no, swing away. Whatever you do, just try to get the runner over to third base. And I was able to get a good pitch and turn on the ball.
3 for 5 last night. You score a couple runs. Tonight you get the game-winning hit. All this after coming off the DL. You made it look natural. What was the process like?
You know what? It was a long process. You know, I watched a lot of baseball. I just tried to prepare myself by watching the game from the sideline and watching video and just standing in on bullpens and just trying to get myself ready for yesterday.
I think he may have expected that, Anthony, thanks to Drew Butera giving him the previous the preliminary shower that he's going to take tonight, a cooler full of water for the guy with the game-winning hit.
And we'll look at a big night for Denard Span and for the Minnesota Twins as they beat one of the top closers in the American League tonight. Pitchers fielding practice for our instructional and a preview of the White Sox series next on Twins Live.